Hey buddies, let's today complete module 10 and we will be doing 10.5. The topic that we are going to cover is tools and techniques of visualization and graphical presentation. Not a very long chapter, but from exam perspective may prove out to be an important chapter. So let's concentrate and try to finish this chapter today. Along with that, we'll be doing the book back MCQs also, and with this we'll be finishing module 10, right? So let's start it right away. Okay, there are 4 popular data visualization tools that assist data scientists in making effective presentations, right? So basically there are only 4 popular ones for what? For data visualization. These are basically the tools which help the data scientists for what? For making effective presentation. So basically if you want to make a presentation, these 4 popular data visualization tools can be used effectively, right? Okay, the first one is called as Tableau, right? Please note the spelling Tableau, but it is pronounced as Tableau. Okay, what is exactly a Tableau? It is a data visualization visual application for creating interactive graphs, charts and maps. Okay, what do you mean by interactive? Interactive simply means influencing each other. Okay, so it is a data visualization application for what? For creating what? Interactive graphs. So the graph with which you can interact, as in if you just scroll, if you want to know a specific place, in that case you can utilize it for knowing any kind of graph. It can be used in any sort of charts or maps, right? So it's basically a data visual application for creating interactive graphs, charts and maps. It enables one to connect various data sources and generate visualization in minute. So that can be done immediately, right? So if you want to connect various data sources and you want to generate visualizations in minute, the most ideal platform that you can use is that of a Tableau. Okay. Now there is one more thing in Tableau which is called as a Tableau desktop. Okay. Now what is this Tableau desktop? First of all, it is first of its kind. So before Tableau, what came up was Tableau desktop. Okay, it was designed to produce static visualizations that can be published in one or more web pages, but is incapable of producing interactive maps. Okay, the drawback of using a Tableau desktop is that this was not interactive, right? The Tableau that we have right now is more interactive in nature, right? But the Tableau desktop which was there earlier was not interactive. So basically it was designed to produce what? A static visualization. That means it used to give a still visualization. There was no interaction in it. So the difference between Tableau desktop and normal Tableau is that the Tableau nowadays it's interactive, as in you can access and it will respond to you immediately. But Tableau desktop is something which is very static. That means simply it is a table and you can watch it. So it is only a visualization tool. So it can produce static visualizations that can be published in one or more web pages, but it is incapable of producing interactive maps. So that's the core difference between Tableau and a Tableau desktop. Okay, Tableau Public is a free version of Tableau desktop with some restriction. So there is something called as a Tableau Public also. What is Tableau Public? It's basically a free version of what? Free version of the Tableau desktop with some restrictions, right? Tableau basically takes time and effort to understand, but there are tools that are available to assist doing it. Fine. So please understand, this learning it may be complicated. It takes some time or efforts, but the tools that are available which can help you to learn Tableau very easily, right? Okay, let's quickly revise what Tableau is all about. Tableau it's basically a data visualization application for what? For creating interactive graphs. So the core word here is interactive graphs, right? Charts and maps. It basically enables one to connect various data sources and generate visualizations in minute. Fine. What is Tableau desktop? Designed to produce static visualization. So that's the difference between a normal Tableau and a Tableau desktop. Tableau desktop produces static visualization that can be published in one or more web pages, but it is incapable of producing interactive maps. So if someone asks you the difference between Tableau and a Tableau desktop, the first one is more interactive, whereas the desktop is more static. Fine. Tableau Public is a free version of Tableau desktop with some restriction. It takes time and effort to understand Tableau, but tools are available to assist doing it, right? This is how a Tableau usually looks like. This is an image of dashboard in Tableau, right? So you will have various graphs, line graphs, you will have pie charts, so you will have wedges and all that. You also have bar graphs and all that. So this is how usually a Tableau looks like, right? Okay, next move on to the next tool. Next tool is what? We discussed about 4 popular data visualization tool. The second one we'll be talking about is Microsoft Power BI. BI is what? BI is business intelligence. Okay, data visualization tool for business intelligence data. Okay, if the tool that is used for data visualization in terms of business intelligence, in that case that is called as a Microsoft Power BI. Okay, let's, before we move on, let's understand what is business intelligence. Okay, business intelligence simply means use of software to combine business analytics, data mining, data visualization, etc. For what? To make data driven decision. Fine. So what exactly is a business intelligence? Business intelligence simply means use of software. For what? For combining various business analytics, data mining, data visualization. This is something which I have all done in the previous chapter. So if you have not seen that, you can refer to those videos. Basically, you use software to combine business analytics, data mining, data visualization, etc. For what? To make data driven decisions. So that is what is business intelligence. So what does Microsoft Power BI do? It's basically a data visualization tool for business intelligence data. It is a data visualization and reporting platform. So you can visualize also and you can report also. That is used by whom? By businesses and professionals. For what? For their day-to-day activity. So basically it's a data visualization tool for business intelligence data. It is used for what? For data visualization and reporting platform. Used by whom? Various businesses and professionals. For what? For their day-to-day activity. What it is specifically used for, or what is the use case of it? It is used for reporting. Fine. It is used for self-service analytics. So if you want to access information on your own, or want to get some handy information which will help you to make some concrete decisions, in that case Microsoft Power BI can be a very useful tool. And also for predictive analysis. Okay, what is predictive analysis? Predictive analysis simply means, it may take some time, but please understand these terms, because more easy for you to remember all this, right? So what is basically predictive analysis? Predictive analysis is basically a form of business analytics How? By applying various machine learning. Okay, so it's basically a form of business analytics. How do you use it? By applying various business learning mechanisms. For what? To generate predictive model for few business applications, right? So what exactly is a predictive analysis? It is basically a form of business analytics, right? For what? How do you do it? By applying machine learning. For what? To generate predictive model for few business applications. So that is what is predictive analysis. Need not remember, I'm just giving you an overview of that. So if you want to make any kind of analysis, how do you make this analysis? You make this analysis by using machine learning, right? So if you want to make any kind of prediction, for what? For certain business application, in that case that will be called as a predictive analysis, right? So this Microsoft Power BI is used for reporting, self-service analytics, predictive analysis. Okay, it serves as central repository. Central repository means a warehouse of information. So you can store all the information over there. For what? For all business data. So if you want to store any business data, then Microsoft Power BI will be a very handy tool. Accessible to business users. So whosoever wants any kind of information pertaining to business, in that case they can access Microsoft Power BI. Reports prepared may be shared within the organization with this tool, which serves the purpose of consolidated data reporting system. Okay, so what does Microsoft Power BI do? What is the core purpose of it? It is basically report preparation for what? For storing the information, that is called a central repository, and it can be used by the people who want the access to the information, and this information is called as consolidated data reporting system. Please try to remember this word with respect to Microsoft Power BI, because that summarizes the entire concept of Microsoft Power BI, right? So we will repeat this once again. What is Microsoft Power BI? It's basically a data visualization tool specifically used for what? Business intelligence data. So whenever I say Microsoft Power BI, I'll be referring to business intelligence data. It does what? It is basically a data visualization and a reporting platform used by whom? Businesses and professionals for their day-to-day activity, used for reporting, self-service analytics and predictive analysis, centralized repository, or you can say warehouse of information for all business data. Who accesses it? Accessible to the business users. Reports prepared may be shared within the organization with this tool, which serves the purpose of consolidated data reporting system, CDRS, that is consolidated data reporting system. So please remember that, right? So the two tools that we have done is, first one was Tableau and the second one is Microsoft Power BI. Okay, next one, something which everyone is very aware of. The third one is actually called as Microsoft Excel, right? Again, this is a data visualization tool, but what does it do? With an intuitive interface, right? Please try and understand the difference between all. The first one was Tableau. It spoke about the interactive graphs, charts and maps. So it's a data visualization, visual application for what? For interactive graphs. Microsoft Power BI is pertains to business intelligence data. The third one is Microsoft Excel, and this is data visualization tool with an intuitive interface, right? And it is very easy to use. Okay, what do you mean by intuitive? Intuitive simply means, or intuitive interface simply means, it works exactly, or rather I should say, it's basically a point where two systems meet and interact. So that is what is intuitive, right? Okay, the main purpose or the main idea behind intuitive interface is that it works exactly as the user expects it to work. So whatever you are expecting as a user, intuitive interface can do that for you. So that is what is Microsoft Excel all about. So we'll read that once again. What is it is basically a data visualization tool for what? With an intuitive interface that is easy to use. Intuitive, what do you mean by that? Point where two systems meet and interact. So intuitive interface means where two systems meet and interact. It works exactly as the user expects it to work. That means it is easy to use, right? Okay, Microsoft Excel, it basically provides options for viewing data such as scatter plots. We have already done scatter plots. We mark various points in one particular graph, so that is scatter plot. Bar chart, histogram, pie chart, the wedges, line chart, etc. Right? So it basically provides you the option, that is Microsoft Excel provides you the option for viewing data such as scatter plots, bar chart, histogram, pie chart, line chart, etc. Okay, using these techniques, one can illustrate the relationship between two or more data sets that one intends to compare. So it's an ideal tool for comparing two or more data sets if one intends to compare it, right? Relationships between variables can also be established to see that they are connected or not. So first of all, you can compare two or more data sets, or you can even establish relationship between variables, right? So to see whether they are connected or not. Okay. Now, data analysts in various fields such as statistics, scientific, medical and economics utilize MS Excel for market research, financial planning and other activities. So who are the people you basically use Microsoft Excel? Data analysis in various fields, which all fields? Statistics, scientific, medical and economics. They use for what? For market research, financial planning and other activities. So that is what is Microsoft Excel all about. Let's revise this once again. The third tool that we did is Microsoft Excel. It's basically a data visualization tool with what? With an intuitive interface. Intuitive simply means easy to use, and it is basically a point where two systems meet and interact. Fine. Okay, what does it do? It provides you option for viewing data such as scatter plots, bar chart, histogram, pie chart, line chart. This we all have discussed in the last chapter. Now, these techniques can illustrate the relationship between two or more data sets that one intends to compare. So it helps you in establishing the relationship between two or more data sets. Relationship between variables can also be established to see that they are connected or not. So they can do two things. It can establish the relationship between two or more data sets, and relationship between variables can also be established to see that they are connected or not. Where all you can use Microsoft Excel. Data analysts in various fields such as statistics, scientific, medical and economics, they can use MS Excel for what? For market research, financial planning and other activities. Fine. Okay. Lastly, we come to the final tool, which is called as Click View. Fine. Now let's revise small points once again. I know I'm repeating it, but it will be very handy for you. The four popular tools that we learned, first one was Tableau. Tableau is what? For interactive graphs, charts and maps. Right. Second one is Power BI. That is a visualization tool for business intelligence data. Third one is Microsoft Excel with an intuitive interface. Finally, Click View. Click View is basically a data discovery platform. Fine. So these are the four key differences as far as all these tools are concerned. So please don't get confused. Remember the tools along with what are the characteristics of it. Fine. So ClickView basically talks about a data discovery platform that does what? That assists users to make quicker, informed choices through speeding analytics by identifying new business insights and enhancing the precision of outcomes. A lot of new terms. We'll try and learn one by one so that you will have a more clarity. Okay, what is data discovery platform? Okay, data discovery platform, it's basically a data visualization tool. Fine. Okay, what does it do? It is useful for accessing reporting information. What you can access? You can basically access reporting information, spotting anomalies. Anomalies means any kind of discrepancies or differences. Comply regulatory obligations. And what's the ultimate purpose of it? To take informed decision. Right? Okay. So what does a ClickView does? ClickView basically gives you it is basically a data discovery platform. What do you mean by a data discovery platform? It's basically a data visualization tool for what? For accessing reporting information, spotting anomalies, complying regulatory obligations and take informed decisions. So that's what is data discovery platform. Need not remember, just to understand what exactly is a data discovery platform like, right? What does it do? It basically assists users to make quicker, informed choices through what? Through speeding analytics, right? Speeding analytics simply means that whatever is there in the real time, you can actually figure it out, right? So through speeding analytics, by identifying new business insights. So what exactly is going in the market and what new that can be explored for making more informed choices that can be handy for the business, right? So that is what is new business insight. And enhancing the precision of outcomes. That means whatever predictions that you are making, that should be spot on, right? Precision generally means to the point. So that what is the purpose of a click view. So it can help you in enhancing the precision of outcomes or the final decisions, right? Okay, how does it work? It blends with various data sources with color coded tables, right? So whatever data sources there, it combines. Blends means what? It combines with how? With what all? Color coded tables, bar graphs, line graphs, pie charts, etc. So click view basically helps you to blend various data sources with what? With various color coded tables, bar graphs, line graphs, pie charts, etc. So using all this together, you simply can have a good access to ClickView that will give you a very good picture of what exactly is there, and you can make informed choices as per that, right? Okay, how does it work? It works on a mechanism of drag and drop. Drag and drop simply means any gesture by grabbing an object and dragging to a different location, right? You drag something or you grab something, you drag it and put it there. Everyone knows what's a dragging in a system. You drop, that's what it does. So it works on the mechanism of drag and drop visualization interface, allowing user to input data from a variety of sources. Where do they collect all the input data? From various sources. What are these sources? Which includes databases and spreadsheets. So you simply can collect all the data from various sources. That those are databases and spreadsheets. You can drag and drop and you can create the data accordingly without having to write code. Please remember, this is the most important thing. You can do everything by dragging and dropping. You don't really have to do any kind of coding in it, right? So it's basically a simplified version. Hence it is easy to learn and understand instrument, right? So that's how ClickView can be a very handy tool. Okay, let's revise this once again. ClickView is basically a data discovery platform. What do you mean by data discovery platform? It's basically a tool for accessing, reporting information, spotting anomalies, comply regulatory obligations, and take informed decisions. How does it help the users? It helps users to make quicker, informed choices through speeding analytics by identifying new business insights and enhancing the precision of outcomes. So the two key points are identifying new business insights and enhancing the precision of outcomes. It blends various data sources. What are the various data sources? It can be color coded tables, bar graphs, line graphs, pie charts, etc. It works on the mechanism of drag and drop visualization interface, allowing user to input data from variety of sources. What are these various sources? This can be database and the spreadsheets. Please remember, the most important task of ClickView is this is all done without having to write a code. So there is no need of coding here. It is easy to learn and understand instrument. Hence, that's what is ClickView all about, right? With this, we finish chapter 10.5. Now we move on to the various MCQs, and with this, we will be finishing the chapter or the module 10, right? Let's start with it right away. Okay, the first one. Following is the widely used graph for data visualization. Which is the graph which we use for the data visualization? Bar chart, pie chart, histogram, all of the above. These are all the tools which are used as graph or data visualization. Hence my correct answer is all of the above. Okay, following are the objectives of data visualization. Making a better data analysis. Yes, it does that. Faster decision making. Yes, it also does this. Analyzing complicated data. Yes, this is also true. Hence my correct answer is all of the above, right? Okay, next one is following are the scope of data DPA. Right, DPA, we have done this DPA before, 10.3 if you remember, right? Data planning architecture. So what it is all about? Defining significant relevant information required by each audience member in every scenario. Yes. Obtaining the proper data, focus area, historic reach, extensiveness, level of detail, etc. Yes. Determining the needed frequency of data refreshes the currency of data. All of the above. We have done the functions of this or the scope of DPA in the previous chapter. If you have not seen that video, please do check it. I've covered all the points. Hence the correct answer should be DPA. Maps may be used for displaying pin code, country name, state abbreviation, all of the above. It can be used for all of the above. 10.4 we have already covered that. A scatter plot displays several unique data points on a single graph, on two different graphs, on four different graphs, none of the above. Scatter plot 10.3 that we discussed, it simply says all the points or all unique data points are to be represented on a single graph. Hence A is the correct answer. Okay, let's move on to true or false. Okay, data visualization enhances the effect of communication for audiences and delivers the most convincing data analysis outcome. Yes, that's true. Visualization allows to interpret large volumes of data very quickly or more quickly and effectively at a glance. Yes, that's true. Data presentation architecture, right? Okay, what is data presentation architecture? It's not planning, it's presentation. I'm sorry, I made a mistake in the when I was discussing this DPA. It's data presentation architecture. Okay, it's a set of skills that aims to identify, find, modify, format and present data in a manner that ideally conveys meaning and provides insight. That is true. That's the first definition that we learned when we did 10.3. So again, I'm telling you, if you have not checked that video, please do check that once again. Scatter plots are useful tool for examining the connection between many variables. revealing whether one variable is a good predictor of another or whether they tend to vary independently. True. And finally, Gantt charts. Gantt charts represents a project's timeline or activity changes across the time. Very nicely explained in 10.4, so please do check that. Finally, we come to the fill in the blanks. Okay, fill in the blanks is data and insights available to decision makers facilitate dash analysis. It basically facilitates decision analysis. Often confused with data visualization, data presentation architecture, that is DPA, is much dash skill set. It's basically a more broader skill set, right? So if you remember, we did discuss that often confused with data visualization. Data visualization is just a part of data presentation architecture. Hence, data presentation architecture is much a broader skill set, right? A dash is a circular graphical representation of statistical data that is segmented to demonstrate numerical proportion. What is that? What is that? I guess you remember. The answer is pie chart. Pie chart is also called as what? It is also called as circle chart. So please don't get confused. Something we have discussed in the last chapter. Pie chart or circle chart, it's one and the same. It's basically a circular graphical representation of statistical data. If the data is related with geographic information, right? Dash are the simple and effective approach to illustrate the relationship. Very easy. The answer should be maps. Dash indicate patterns or relative concentrations that might otherwise be obscured by overlapping marks on a map, allowing to identify areas with larger or lesser number of data points. This is what? This is simply density map. So if there is any overlapping in the map, then the representation can be made properly through a density map. We did an example of tsunami, if you remember. So hence it should be density map, which can be used as one of the methods of displaying the information, right? Okay, with this we finished 10.5 and rather we finished the entire chapter 10. If you have not seen my previous videos, please do check it. I've covered all the points. And just to keep me motivated, please do press the like button, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe it, right? Thank you for joining and happy learning.